502 trips, 9 months, 20 plus vehicles, and a power host. Let's talk about it. Today I'm going to be talking about the 3 main ways on how to make money on Turo, and I'm going to be sharing my journey. So if you guys are interested, tap in. I'm going to be sharing it as where I'm at. Almost 1 year in our journey with Turo. It's been great. A lot of things I've learned, but I'm going to talk about the 3 main ways on how to make money, not just the daily rate, but also I'm going to be sharing a whole bunch of tips, strategies, and I'm going to give you guys a free Notion template that I use for one of the ways to organize our month-to-month expenses. And a lot of people think that it's just based on the day rate. Again, obviously there are other ways to kind of increase the average trip value of the customer, the guest. So let's get into this, and I'll share with you guys how we're profiting on this end and making some extra income to be able to offset expenses. Number 1 is the main way, which is the daily rates. So depending on where your vehicle, what it is, and where you're at, and what the marketplace in your specific area is charging, and then also the length of your account. If you're just getting brand new and you don't have too many reviews, or maybe you might be a power host and you're looking to optimize your daily rates. The daily rate is where you make a good chunk of your change, okay? And there's different types depending on how much Turo takes away. We do the 75-25 plan, so we make 75. Turo takes a 25% fee. So depending on where you're at, so let's say it's $100 a day, then Turo is going to take the 25 and we pocket the $75. The daily rate is the main way a lot of us make income. So when you're just starting off, I mean, we have a lot of economies. We are running about 15 plus economy cars right now. The daily rates average for that in our area is anywhere from $20 to $45. I know that's a big spot, but recently we've been able to increase it, and now the average is going anywhere from $35 to $45 per day per vehicle. It also depends on the season. So depending on the season and where you're at, and we have a little bit more newer cars going from like the 2017 all the way up to 2019, a different range of economy vehicles. And right now with the gas prices going up, people are wanting these because it, based on per mileage, it continues to go further. And a lot of people like to go out of town. They like to go and cruise around Vegas and all the different attractions and sites to see. Yes, there's a lot of hidden gems and places to go and travel around Vegas. So we attract a lot of tourists for our daily rentals. The daily rate is a majority, like I said, again, of the chunk of money that we're making, and you want to price it just based on where you're at. So let's say you're looking at your marketplace to see if any other vehicles of the similar make and year, then hey, you want to kind of compete with them. If you're just starting off, Turo does a recommended. I would do the recommended that Turo has just to get some bookings. Get some bookings out there, build up your account, learn the process if you're just getting started. But if you've already got quite a few different trips and you're already starting to build your account, maybe you're a power host, you can start going a little bit aggressive and start competing with the marketplace. That's what we've done. I just believe it's God's favor. So depending on where you're at, the daily rate is one way to make money on the Turo platform. Second way to make money on the Turo platform comes from incidental charges. And there's 3 main ones that we usually charge guests for. Number 1 is gas. Number 2 is the cleaning fee. And then the last one is additional mileage. So I'm just going to break these down quickly. As far as the gas, Turo recommends and actually has the guests, as they take it, it's full. They need to bring it back full. If they don't, we charge them. And on top of that, there is a $10 convenience fee. So I know $10 might not seem a lot, but if you're filling up gas, you get the $10 convenience fee. Plus, if you guys tapped into the best credit cards that we use to be able to get a higher percentage back for gas that they're already paying, you'll make some money on the back end and you'll be able to save much more. So gas is definitely something that we'll get here and there where people just don't have the time. They're rushing to their flight, or sometimes they don't. They said, hey, yeah, just charge me. Boom, you get the $10 convenience fee. And on top of that, they pay for the gas to make sure it's filled all the way up. So the first way is the gas. It's a refueling fee that Turo actually requires for the guests to bring back the same amount that they got it for. The second one is cleaning fee. And recently, in the last few months, Turo has gotten very strict on this. And I guess because a lot of people are just taking advantage of it. But there is a cleaning fee if they brought it back extra messy, okay? Like extra dirt. There's people that go on hikes and you can just see it all across all around the seats, all across the floor, all the dirt. So we'll take a lot of pictures of before and then the pictures after, upload it, and then we'll report that to Turo, and they get to decide if it passes or not. So that's another one, and it can range. The average one is around $150 for the cleaning fee. And we always let the guests know because we want to make sure they're happy, they're responsive about it. So the cleaning fee is definitely one of the ways to make money, but it's not something that we push on because, again, I'm sure a lot of hosts have been taking advantage of the cleaning fee. And on that note, you guys make sure if it's not too messy, and if Turo even sees it, they're not going to dock it down. It's just going to be a simple like, hey, there's going to be crumbs, there's going to be all these things. But most guests are not, especially if they didn't pay for the upfront prepaid cleaning fee. Most guests won't get charged, and it's okay. We're called to clean it, make sure we vacuum it, sanitize it, and get it ready for the next trip. The last one, which is the third one, which is usually the least likely, it is the additional fees. So Turo charges a specific dollar amount per extra mile that they go over. So for example, I think their minimum right now, because they're always shifting it, their minimum is 200 miles per day that the renter got it. And to be honest, that's a lot. Meaning if they rented it for 5 days, they get 1,000 miles, okay? So let's say they rented it for 5 days, they went 1,100 miles. So we get to charge an additional 100 miles on top of that where they'd get to pretty much get charged for. Is it worth it for the wear and tear long term for the vehicles? I personally don't think it is. I just really hope that usually most renters just kind of use it to just cruise around Las Vegas. But occasionally we do get a lot more people that go out to different places outside. They'll go visit family in Utah, Arizona. They'll go to Cali from Vegas. Everyone comes to Vegas to just go out around the states around it. So this is why we also get an advantage to it. Again, these are the three main charges for incidentals, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I'm able to track those on my Notion template. You guys can get that for free. Just tap below. Number 3, and the last one, is damage claims. And I'll tell you, I know a lot about this because actively we have 3 cars that are in the shop right now, and we're just getting them back just this past week. We're about to get them back. So I know a lot about damage claims and how to go around it. We technically have an in-house mechanic, and also we have a close body shop that we're really close with that's able to give us good quotes where we're still able to make money. And here's the thing, you don't always have to go to whatever body shop you want. It's great if you're not a mechanic, if you don't have it, someone in-house, someone that can't do it for you, you can actually pocket those claims. So again, this is a great way to be able to make money if you could do it in-house, especially if you're a mechanic. This is a great way to make an extra 1,000, 2,000, depending on what the claim is. But if it is more of like an inside, engine, or it affected more of the inside of the vehicle, not the exterior, but it's an inside type of thing, then hey, you most likely would want to get this done professionally. And Turo, they're really big on safety. So they're going to ask you all these questions. You're going to have to call their support, and you're going to have to get it all done. And you just need paperwork or proper documentation. Sometimes it's pictures. Sometimes it's showing a picture of like the engine dashboard. Depending on what it was, they're always going to ask. And that's what I like about Turo. They want safety for their guests. So they take the extra step to allow accountability to the host. And we've made quite a few good amount of money just off that for cars that are sitting that we've done in-house, especially if it's just bumpers. We buy the bumper. And how Turo does this is they look at quotes going all around based on their specific claims adjuster. So they're gonna base it off that. So once they base it off that, and then let's say it's lower than what the actual amount is, you can go to your local body shop, get it quoted, and Turo, they always match it, which is super great, okay? But you guys got to take the initiative. Claims is a whole nother game. Insurance companies, whole nother game. I've learned a lot, especially with all the cars that have been getting hit, smashed. Thank God for no total losses. But over the process, we've been able to make a good chunk of money from the claims in general. So this is the third way to make money on the Turo platform. Recap on the 3 ways: daily rates, incidental charges, and claim charges. If you guys enjoyed this stuff, let me know. I'm just going to be documenting the journey, pumping out a ton of rental car biz stuff because I'm actively doing this in the trenches. Imagine 20 vehicles. We just went all out. Me and my partner went all out on our accounts, and then I transferred everything over to his account. So now I'm helping him manage that, learning the ins and outs, what's going on in the marketplace, and it's been good. We've been able to build a solid team, and to be able to really scale this out, we have big plans. So if you guys want all that info, go ahead. You guys can tap in, hit the like if you guys enjoyed this stuff, and any questions around this, drop them in the comments. I'll make videos around it. I just want to be able to share my journey. I think this has been the most amazing journey for myself. We have a handful of luxuries, a good amount of economies. We're out here in Las Vegas. It is a hot marketplace. So, hey, do research. Make sure you guys are diligent. And if you're willing to build something from the ground up, this is a great side hustle. Start with one vehicle. I'd go cash on it, and then I do the rest. I'll probably do a video on that. So, hey, you guys enjoyed again, take care. Drop down in the description section. I gave you guys my free template. This is going to teach you guys how I organize the expenses as far as like the incidental charges to make sure they actually come in. We get a lot of incidental charges because we have a lot of bookings every day. Today, it's a Monday, so we're always doing like 9 to 10 check-ins, checkouts all throughout the Mondays. Thursdays and Fridays are super packed, so it's been great. Hey, y'all be blessed. Have a great rest of your week. Take care. Bye-bye.